G'day viewers, how you doing? This is a second call for action on blurry textures for another experiment. Now before I get into this, I want to categorically say I am not, absolutely not playing any kind of blame game here. This is about isolating a potential cause, potential contributor to an underlying issue, all right? I still reckon there's a core issue around the texture streaming pool. Now, based on some conversations with a couple of other content creators, Melbourne Train Guy and Chocky Transport, and thanks to Melbourne Train Guy for the video that's playing in the background here at Wolverhampton on Birmingham Crew, with the 350 being blurry, very blurry, very blurry. But anyway, here's what I want you to do. Actually, no, let me go a bit of background first. We tried experiment number 1, and the results were a little bit variable depending on what you were playing on and what DLCs you actually had. For some people, it cleared it up completely, no more blurry textures. For some people, just uninstalling and reinstalling cleared it up completely, no more blurry textures. And for other people, they still had some blurry textures. I'm going to discount Gen 8, all right, because I think that's just not got the balls to run Train Sim World 6, or 5, or 4 for that matter. These things started late in 4, and that's the other thing that's led me to think. What else came late in 4? Just Trains, Blackpool branches, incredibly detailed route, really detailed route, lots of clutter, lots of visual things to really grasp on and feel the immersion for. I'm not blaming Just Trains. Be really clear about that. But what I'd like you to do is I'd like you, if you can, particularly UK players, is take out anything from Just Trains and Mildmay. Both of those have big high resolution textures, lots of clutter, lots of visual things on the route. I suspect what could be happening is that there's an underlying core problem that's loading in textures from trains on routes or from the routes that you aren't running, or potentially some assets from those routes that are in very high resolution textures are being used on other routes. That's also possible. But I think it's most likely that what we've got is an issue where there's textures being loaded that don't belong in the pool because those trains aren't in use or those route assets aren't in use. Now, this came from a conversation last night where Chocky effectively said that you can actually make it happen by putting Just trains on Birmingham Crew and running 350. You can actually make it happen, which is really interesting. Wasn't 100% those words, but that was where the conversation kind of went, and that's where it went in my head. My head's weird, you know that. So what I'd like you to do is uninstall anything you've got from Just Trains or Mildmay, because I know Mildmay contributes, well, could be a contributor for the same reasons. And then try the 350 on West Coast Main Line South and Birmingham Crew, and let me know how you go. Get down in the comments. If you think I'm red herring, being stupid, whatever, you can tell me that too. I don't mind. That's fine. Thick skin. Yeah, all good. All good. Just be, nice. Don't be abusive. Where do we go from here? We try this experiment. I will try it on PC, but it probably won't matter because, I don't generally see blurry textures on PC anyway. Occasionally, but generally not. I can try it on the Xbox. I was going to point the wrong way then. The Xbox, it's over there. I can try it on the X and the S, and I will, but I don't actually have a lot of DLC on the Xbox, so I don't think I'll be able to make it happen, but I'll try. But what I'd love particularly people who've got a lot of UK DLC, is uninstall your favourite Just Train stuff. Well, uninstall all your Just Train stuff, whether it's favourite or not. Uninstall your Just Train stuff, uninstall Mildmay, run the 350 on West Coast Main Line South and Birmingham Crew, particularly watching the 350, watching the other 350s, because the 350 seems to be the most susceptible train to the problem. That's why I'm picking on that one. I don't think it's the cause. I think it's just susceptible. So let me know what you find. I'm really curious about this. Because if this leads us somewhere, then it tells us, what does it tell us? It tells us that there's probably an underlying texture loading problem with too much stuff getting into the streaming pool. All right. Now, I will I'm not an Unreal expert. I wouldn't even know where to start programming Unreal, but I've done a lot of research on the texture streaming pool, and I can see how it works. I can understand how it works, and I can understand what would do this, which is why I think I may be on a right path here. Maybe, just maybe. All right. Yeah, do it, don't do it, whatever. But let me know. Let me know if you think I'm being silly or not. Let me know if you think I'm onto something. And if you're going to try the experiment, let me know what happens. Do you still get blurry textures on the 350, on West Coast Mainline South, and Birmingham Crew? Try both, please, if you can, if you've got both routes. All right. That's all for now, folks. I'll look forward to this. We'll see what happens. All righty. Have fun, folks. Enjoy yourselves, and see you later.
We played a game.